I only have $100 to my name and I want to grow my net worth by 1000x. Knowing what I know now, what advice would I give to my younger self? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erkka Suvanto. Many of you call me EJ. I'm the guy who's on social media building a legacy and passing on all the life and business lessons to each and every one of you. I have built 3 companies up to 5 million level all by myself, making all the possible mistakes, and now talking about those lessons so that you don't have to go through the same headache. I have started from scratch literally 3 times, starting from zero. And those learnings, those lessons are the baseline for today's video. Did you know that 66% of all the Americans live from paycheck to paycheck? 66%. And this is not just the low income people, this is across different income levels. Why? Well, people don't seem to know how to manage their budgets. The question is, how do you fix that? There's 2 ways. Either you spend less or you make more. The easiest fix normally is to make sure that your expenditure goes down, so you live below your means. Today's video though is about how to make more, because the best combination is to do both. Cut down your expenses and make sure that you grow your skill level so that you can make more money down the road. Our simple question was this: if I had $100 to my name, wanted to grow my money to 100,000, how would I do it? Would I put my money in crypto? What about gold? What about stocks? What else is out there? S&P 500, always a safe bet, many say. Me personally, I would invest $100 in myself. And why? Because nobody can ever take away what I know. Whatever is inside my head, all the skill set, all the information, it's out of reach for any government, any IRS or taxation authority. Doesn't matter what happens, my skill set, I can always monetize that. And that's why the bread and butter of this video, going from $100 to 100,000, is about investing in myself first. Soon I will give you a 5-step program to follow so that you can do the exact same thing. This is my knowledge, this is my experience, what are the lessons I have learned over the last 25 to 30 years. Before going into our 5 steps, let's first talk about different skill sets that we overall need to master. And this applies to business owners and people having a corporate job. It doesn't really matter. But to me, there are 3 high-level categories that we need to master. And those are sell, build, and lead. If we purely tackle this first from a business perspective, me being a business owner and running a company, why sell first? Every company is small in the beginning. There's a reason, because people out there, the potential prospects and customers, don't know we exist. That's the first hurdle. It's like having 3 stages in your growth curve. So the first here, this is the sell part. The second is our ability to build, and the last is lead. In the beginning, we need to market and sell so that people know we exist. There is no proof yet. There's only empty promises. That's why we potentially need to work for free and offer guarantees and do all kinds of marketing tricks to make sure that we get off the ground smoothly. Then the next step is build. Building a unique product or service, a world-class offering, so that we get those 5-star reviews and people keep coming back. That's all about building that brand and building that legacy that you can monetize decades into the future. And then lead, if you really want to build a sellable asset down the road, we need to learn how to lead. Nobody follows idiots. We hire people, we need to have processes in place and checklists, and that requires abilities to lead. So these 3 different categories. But now we are pretty far from the initial question about going from $100 to 100,000. And guess what? Yes, we're going to focus on sell. And now, step number 1, invest the $100 in the best sales course. There are plenty of free courses, podcasts, YouTube videos about how to sell effectively. So I would use this and all my free time in understanding how sales works. The second step, apply a commission-based job and be willing to accept any. Maybe you're selling newspapers. Maybe it's cold calling. Maybe it's door knocking. It could be anything. This is the second step. We look for that job and we land at that job. It's a commission-based job, and we can really start taking these theoretical skills into practice and show what you are capable of. The third step, what do we do here? We find out who the best salesperson on that team is. It's like having your internal company-wide mentor. We talk to that person. We find out what that person does, their best practices. Because there's a reason why this person is the best. And we do all of that. We copy with pride, plus then some. And we work twice as hard. What's our goal? Guess what? Become the best sales guy, surpassing your mentor, and then becoming the greatest. Then you are the number one. Fourth step, you are the number one salesperson on that team. So all of a sudden, this could take you a year, 3 or 5, it doesn't matter. Going from $100 that you invested in that sales course, then you apply for a job, you get the job, you find out what the best practices are, and you become ultimately the best person on that team. What's our last step? This is how we get to the big bucks. Our last step in this process is all based on proof. Remember in the beginning, we didn't have any proof. We just had empty promises. When it comes to selling in the beginning, marketing those products and services for our own business or working for somebody else, when we start, we just have promises. We have no proof. Now we became the number one best-selling salesperson for our previous company. Now what we did is that we start working for other people. We can set up our own firm, or we can actually become an employee. It doesn't really matter. But the key thing here is that we have proof. We have the skill set, the track record from the sales job that we just had. And now we find a company that has a high value product or service to sell. Again, we're willing to start for free and tell the CEO or the sales director, look, here's what I have done. I have proof. I have my theoretical skills, I have my practical skills, and I have proof that what I do really works. Give me a chance. They have a high value, high ticket item to sell. It could be a product or it could be a service. And then I negotiate my cut off the top. This is my commission. It's a high value item. I know what I'm capable of doing. I might negotiate my cut off the top. And this is how I get to my big dollars. So for $100, from $100 to $100,000 or whatever your ceiling is, this is what I would personally do if I had close to nothing to my name. Wanted to first grow my skill set, own something that nobody can take ever away from you. I would learn how to sell because it serves me well. No matter what I do in the future, I can run my own company, I can work for somebody else. But if I have this on my resume, under my belt, it's excellent to know. Then I only have 2 out of 3 to tackle, build and lead, and I become unstoppable. This is, in my opinion, the fastest track to your riches. This is all what I had today. A quick video, practical video about what I would personally do to grow my net worth from $100 to $100,000 by investing in myself, learning how to sell, getting a job, becoming the best possible salesperson, then resigning, starting either my own company or working for another firm that sells a high value product or service, becoming their salesperson, negotiating my cut off the top, and then again becoming unstoppable and getting the big bucks down the road. Thank you for watching. I highly appreciate it, and I'll talk to you next time.